may know or may not know, I've been in this business for 43 years. I started with Amway when I was 19. I've done this professionally my whole life. I'm 62 years old nowadays, and I don't have half the energy I had when I was 25. You probably couldn't handle me then. So long time in the business. It's been amazing, and I feel very blessed and fortunate to be a part of this company. So I'm going to go ahead and start this call now and welcome you to this call. And I want you guys to know this is not about trading. You guys have a plethora of phenomenal trading partners. And so tonight is what my topic is for you tonight is a realization of what we have. Some of you may think you know what we have, and I'm going to say probably you might know a lot of it, but probably not. And I also want to help you get an unshakable mindset, because what surprises me, really surprises me, is how excited we are and how much anxiousness we have to trade and how well we're trading. We have 3, 4, 5 guys in the President's Trading Club already. And they just started, and they're knocking it out of the park, and we're all brand new. That's what's amazing. But what amazes me is on my team, about 35 people, most people don't even have 1 or 2 customers. 90% of us don't even have a customer. Now, there's a few leaders like Mike and Debbie and Mark and a few of us, and I know a few of us are coming, but guys, we have got to change that. That has got to change, in my opinion. What I did, I put some slides together. First of all, I want to talk to you guys about a thing called perception. I'm going to tell you the airplane story. The other day, I was able to tell it to Patty in person. I want to tell you a real quick story about perception, because your perception is everything. And if you ever listened to Bob the other day, that guy's a phenomenal. To have a trainer like that for free in this company is absolutely unbelievable. But I'm going to tell you guys a story. But before I do, you have to make me a personal promise. I'm going to ask you a question at the end of the story, and you have 1 second to answer me. You can't think about it. You got to answer me. So this is the story. And I'm going to pick on Debbie Levine, just because I love Debbie. She's a friend of mine. So Debbie, I want to ask you a question. I'm actually talking to everybody here, but Debbie, you and I are friends. We've known each other for a long, long time. And one Saturday afternoon, I was out mowing the front lawn, and you just got home from shopping or whatever you was doing that day. And I said, hey, Debbie, I just got a brand new truck. How would you like to go for a ride? And since we were friends, Debbie said, well, you know, cool, whatever. Let's go for a ride. And I said, hey, Debbie, by the way, I have something very, very important for you to tell you. And she said, okay. Well, she was kind of curious, like, you know, what could Ron tell me that's important to me? Because we're friends. You know how that works. So anyway, she went home, got kind of ready, and I got ready. I jumped in my new truck, and she ran across the road, and she came over to the side of my brand new Chevy pickup. And she opened the door, and she was going to jump in my truck. And as she opened the door, there's a great big 75-pound shiny brand new briefcase right in the way. She said, wow, you know, what's this doing here? So she tries to lift this briefcase, tried to get in, and she said, what's up? So we pushed the briefcase over. She got in. We buckled up, turned on a little rock and roll or country music or whatever we liked at that time. And we started going down the highway. We were talking about fun and old times and all this stuff. And in the back of Debbie's mind, she was saying, well, what? Ron said he had something important to tell me. What was that? Something important. And as we were going down the road for about 15 minutes, I was on the freeway going 75 miles an hour. It's a beautiful sunny day, and all of a sudden, she looks up. Debbie looks up, and there's a sign on the freeway, and it says airport. I got off on the airport exit. I'm heading to the airport. And she said, Ron, where are we going? I said, Debbie, we are going to the airport. And she said, why are we going to the airport? And I said, Deb, you remember what I told you about something very important I was going to tell you? And she said, yes, Ron, I do. I said, see this briefcase right here in the middle of the seat? She said, yes. I said, in this briefcase, Debbie, there's $2 million in cash. And I brought it to give to you today, Debbie. All you have to do, Debbie, to get this briefcase is go with me up in an airplane and jump out without a parachute. Will you do it? That's the question. Will you jump out of the airplane, Debbie? And you guys, 99% of the time when I ask people that question, they say, no. No way am I jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. And they say, why? It's a Piper Cub. It's 4 feet off the ground. Now, that's a little silly story about perception. The perception of people in this business and what we have, they have no clue. 43 years in this business, I have been introduced to the most phenomenal people, training, environments, and culture. You can't even possibly fathom how awesome it's been in my life. And so I want to help you understand the perception of our industry tonight real quick. So we're going to go to the next slide and get into it. Real quick, I have a network marketing comparison. Just look at this real quick. The National Football League, $10 billion a year industry, or it used to be, because now it's about dead. The music industry, $16 billion. Well, there's no more concerts. Movie industry, $80 billion. When did you go to a movie last time, my friends, or a football game? Guess what? Because of what's going on in our world today, like the other day, the Major League Baseball said, yes, we're going to have Major League Baseball games, but our players are only going to get 30% of their salary, and there's nobody in the stands. So these numbers were from a few years ago, but guess what? During the time of all this crisis that's happening, the network marketing industry has surged like you cannot believe, because people need a way. They need money. They need hope. They need a future. They actually need to make money. They actually need to take charge of themselves. And the network marketing industry world right now is 180 billion, projected to be 250 billion in the next 12 months. Online education is another thing we're involved in. That's $350 billion, and all this nonsense going on in the world, guys, is just making our industry flourish. And I'm not happy about it, believe me. I mean, I'm glad our business is flying. And aren't you glad you're in a business that's flourishing, not getting shut down? Aren't you glad you don't own a movie theater and they closed it down and you're going broke? I bet you are glad. Foreign exchange, trillions of dollars a day is traded. What I'm trying to say is we're involved in three massive, huge industries. I don't know if you ever think of it that way, but I want you guys to know we are in the right place at the right time for the first time probably in our lives, and we're very blessed and fortunate to have. And you wait till I show you some other stuff that's going to blow your mind. So I'm going to tell you about some of the benefits. I call it the value stack. The value of what we have. I'm just going to read them. You can read. I know you can, but we need to explain hope. You know what? Most people don't have hope anymore. I talk to so many people that are downtrodden, disillusioned, upset, bummed out. All they talk about is, oh, we got to pray that God will save our world. You know what? I'm not the most religious guy in the world, but I believe, and I'll tell you right now, God gave us free agency, and he expects us, if God is a he expects us to use our free agency and change our own world. That's why we were born. That's why we were put on this world. It's a test, and we are giving people hope, my friends, like there is no tomorrow. How many of you guys are excited and have hope now? I mean, Mike and Debbie, I talk to them, they always talk about Panama. They can't wait to go to Panama. I talk to Mark all the time. He's going to pay off his house. I mean, you know what, guys, we have hope, and we've got to offer this to people. I'll show you how simple it is to do that. Our business is also recession-proof. Have you noticed they didn't shut down our company during this crisis? And if you think this is the last crisis, it ain't going to happen. It's going to continue. They're going to find ways, in my opinion. I'm not going to get off on that tangent right now, but I think there's some monkey business going on in our world, and we'll leave it with that. So this is recession-proof, guys. We can build something, own something, learn how to trade and build a business, which is phenomenal. That's a great bonus. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever owned a company, but there's no boss. I mean, I know Mike has a boss. He said, my boss called and I got to go to work Monday. What a bummer. I know my buddy Clark, you know, his boss called him today, and now he's got to drive to Portland, Oregon. He didn't want to drive to Portland, Oregon. No boss is phenomenal. There's no boss. I have no boss. Nobody's telling me what to do. That's amazing. Of course, you know, I'm kind of spoke to that. I had a boss for way long. I don't even remember when I had my last boss, but we have no boss, no employees. And guys, you have no risk. I'm going to show you how you have zero risk. No risk in this company. There's no cap on your income potential. Nobody's going to tell you what you're worth. Nobody. And one of the things I love so much about this is it's equal pay for men and women. I've seen stuff in my life where women were complaining that they didn't get paid fairly. And in this business, women get paid the same. And that's another point that's amazing. The tax benefits are out of this world phenomenal. I'm going to go on a whole slide on that. We have proven money-making systems and strategies and online options, and you guys ain't going to believe this. What we have now is just getting started. Over the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to be shell-shocked and blown away at what's going to happen with this company. The plans these guys have, they're hiring more management team. We're going to blow your mind. I'm telling you, and I only know a little tiny bit about what's going on because I have a little bird that tells me stuff once in a while, and I'm not going to tell you his name, and no, it's not Brandon. I have other friends in the world besides Mr. Brandon, the guy we love. So, you guys, we have global. This is the global business. We have no territories. I mean, I used to be in sales years ago, and they said, well, here's your little territory. Stay in your little box. There's no territories. This is the global business. You can do business wherever you feel like it. And besides that, this is an online business, and there's an old saying about online. Mr. Dr. Dennis Whaley, he used to talk about this. He said, unless you're online, you're going to be in the breadline in the future. And that's so right. If you aren't online, and guys, we really got to step our online game up. I'll help you do that. We'll talk more about that. Brandon's had several videos on that. We got to step up our online business big time. One of our problems is we're not average age on this team. We're not average 25 years old. We're probably a little older than 25 average. So we'll get there. One of the things I love about this, guys, we have an at-home or home-based or wherever we want. We can go to the cabin. We can go to Panama. We can go to Europe. We can go wherever we want and conduct business and trade in the foreign currency market as long as we have internet. How's that for a phenomenal benefit? This is amazing. Mentors. Can you guys believe how amazing Brandon is? Every day, relentless, 2 or 3 times, and Josh and all the other guys, we have mentors in abundance. There's so much mentorship, so much love, so much support. You've never seen this kind of support in your life because I've been around a long time and there's never been anything this amazing. You guys also have a chance to make a big difference. Would it be safe to say, guys, real quick, would it be safe to say that our world is deteriorating? I mean, I'm discussing with the news media. I'm discussing with how things are kind of seemingly falling apart. The beautiful country of America, and when I say America, I mean North America. Canada and the U.S. is, in my opinion, the same place because they're kind of really like hooked together. We have a chance to make a difference in our North American continent and all over the world. You have a chance to make a difference. People complain all the time about everything. And I just ask them, when are you going to do something about it? We have a chance to make a difference, not in our own lives, but other people's lives. And I'm going to tell you guys, it's unbelievable when you can do stuff for other people. The feeling you get from helping other people is something that I'm sure some of you have had a chance, and maybe not all of us, but man, it's unbelievable. So another thing, you have a real true chance to succeed big if you get involved and you step up and you do something and knock off the excuses and get out of your own way. Because I mean, lots of times people, their excuse is bigger than their dream. Well, you know, I'm tired. Or, I mean, you've heard it. You guys know. We all use them, and I'm just like you. We're all the same. I probably have a little higher vibration than you do because I'm excited. I know what we have because I've been around for so dadgum long in this business. Again, here we go. Equal pay, amazing new friends and associates. You guys are going to find some of the most amazing people in your life. Some of your best friends coming down the road will be from people you met, the associates. The people that you meet in this company, they will become your family. They will become, like Patty says, your new tribe. And isn't that awesome? And the bottom line, you have a new culture, a new breath, a new hope on life that supports you and loves you and cares about you. And that's not normally how it goes. I guarantee you at your job, they don't have the culture we have here. I very highly doubt it. And one of the things I want to tell you, Mr. Brandon Boyd told me that yesterday. He said, Ron, you guys have the best culture. Your team has the most loving and kind culture out of all my organization. I thought that was a compliment to us. So now, I told you we're going to talk about taxes. I'm going to rock this fast because I don't have, it's only, okay, good. We got a few minutes. So we're going to talk about taxes. Stay with me. Pay attention. This is huge. Taxes are huge. So I want to look on the left-hand side of this thing. What are your expenses? The average American family expenses are housing, food, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment. One of the things most people don't understand is the biggest expense, by far the biggest expense in their household is taxes. Now, this is for the average American family. This isn't for Brandon. I mean, Brandon Boyd paid, I think, about 11% on his taxes because he knows about taxes. He understands how to take the write-offs. He's brilliant, and he understands. But the average American family, their biggest expense is taxes. And they pay about 40% approximately of their income to taxes. No wonder they're struggling. But I'm going to give you an example real quick. Let's say the average dual household income, that's dual income, husband and wife household income, is about $90,000. I did some research today to find this stuff out, by the way. So the average American household, dual income household, about $90,000, okay? Let's just say 40% of $90,000 would be $36,000. Now, if they're paying about 40% of their income to taxes, that'd be $36,000 they're paying in taxes. So let's be conservative. Let's say they're only paying $30,000 in taxes. Now, so I want you guys to know, and this is a huge topic I've studied and actually taught this on stage for 25 years. Federal law has a mandate that home-based business operators can enjoy the same tax breaks or advantages or write-offs and benefits as large corporations. There's about 150 tax deductions and tax benefits in all combined. This was designed for economic growth from Congress. This is a federal law. So you guys know I'm not saying don't pay your taxes, because that's not it. Don't get that message, okay? Follow the law, pay the minimum. Pay the legal minimum. Legal is the key word, minimum. So if you look at the average American taxpayer, they can slash their taxes by 30, 40, 50% sometimes. I'm telling you guys. So let's be conservative. Let's say 30%. We're going to save 30% of another conservative number, $30,000. That's $9,000 in tax savings on a $90,000 income, which is ultra conservative. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, baby. I'm telling you, watch this. Boom. $9,000. How do I get that? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you know anything about taxes and you have a good CPA, you can actually, once you start your own home-based business, you can change your deductions legally. Legally, change your deductions. Just say your name is Steve and you have a job and 2 kids and a wife. That's 3 dependents. You can raise your dependents to 13 legally, which in essence will give you a raise on your paycheck the next pay period. That's one way to do it. If you want more details, I'll show you how to do that. Sandy Botkin, J.K. Lasser, Ronald Mueller. I have books on it galore, because taxes have always been, a thorn in my side. They bug me for many, because it's a lot of very expensive situations. So that's how you get it, by changing your dependents. You can do that instantly. But I just want to give you an example. Now, I'm going to finish something. So just say you change your dependents. Just say you got $400 or $500, $600 extra on your paycheck every pay period. What if you got paid once a week and you got another $300? That's $1,200 a month. $1,200 a month coming into your home. Now, if you knew that $1,200 was coming into your home and it was going to come into your home forever because you just changed your taxes, and we got to do everything properly, we got to do it all legally, and it takes a little work. But is it worth a little education? Is it worth talking to a tax strategist to save $9,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a year in taxes? Well, I'll tell you who believes that is the wealthy people like Warren Buffett and Brandon Boyd and these big player guys. These guys understand taxes, and they, you know what? I'll tell you something. The quickest way to wealth is understanding taxes. And we have a guy named Jackson Longwell on our team. He does life insurance. He understands this to the T, and so do I. So let's forget about how to get the $9,000 right now, but I can help you if you want to know. Now, so let's take this example. Let's start a business with IML. That's $200 per month, $2,400 per year, plus enrollment, that's $250, and convention in Houston. Just say, yes, you have to go to the convention, guys, if you're serious. Matter of fact, you hang out with me and this team and Brandon and all these amazing people at this company, you will have the best time of your life. Convention this fall. So just say you took $9,000 and you put $4,000 in to your business and the convention. That left $5,000. $5,000 left over to fund your broker account. And guess what? You guys know, some of you know, if you fund a broker like we're using, and we have several brokers, they will double your account. So tax money, $5,000, you can turn that into $10,000 by using the right broker. Now, some people say, well, I don't want to take the, the bonus. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't take the bonus because I was told that it wasn't a good idea, and that's okay. But what I realized on the bonus, and I want to, if you have any questions, call me. I think the bonus is an absolute godsend, and it's amazing. Because every time I make a trade at 1% of my account, I actually make double what I would have made if I didn't take the bonus. So the bonus, to me, I like it. You can read the document and figure it out yourself. But in this case, guys, if $5,000, to fund your broker, and they give you 10 grand. Look what I ran today on, it's called Compound Daily. If you need that, I'll give that to you. But check this out. 10,000 bucks in your account from taxes. This is money that you actually didn't have to go earn. This is tax money, guys. Ain't that great? It's amazing. This is money you can get by filing properly. Now I'm going to say, it's not your daily interest rate, but I'm going to say 2% per session, because these guys don't have the word session. So 2% per session. What if you did 120 sessions in whatever time it was? What if it took you 6 months to do 120 sessions? I mean, it's not that hard to do that, believe me, if you run the math. I can't remember. It was like, I think 5 sessions a week times 420, and then that's how I figured that out today. But if you did 120 sessions, you only made 2%. That's counting losses also, because there's days you're going to go 4%, and other days you're going to go back. This is an average of 2%. Look how much money you could accumulate. $1,765,051.83 by December of this year. Can you say Merry Christmas? Now, is this going to happen? I don't know. How much can you plug in? How much can you pay attention? How willing are you to understand how to use taxes in your life? This is actual numbers. This is true. It's not something I made up, my friend. I just want you to know that, okay? This is phenomenal. Where in the world can we go and get a business with the tax write-offs and the benefits and all the amazing stuff we have with this company? Where can you go get this and have the government pay you to calculate and make this kind of money? There's nowhere I know of on the planet. So, whoa, we got taxes done. That's pretty cool. You guys excited? Now, so we're almost done, guys. This is a quick video. I wanted to share my enthusiasm and my excitement with you, because a lot of you guys are paying your monthly fee and you're going along and you're getting older and you're working and you're tired of it. I wanted to help you get an unshakable mindset. You know what's really crazy is I was talking to my buddy and he started lipping off about network marketing, and boom, I popped him so hard I didn't actually physically hit him, but I said, you don't understand what you're talking about. And I started telling him some of this stuff. You see, I have an unshakable mindset. I know that Brandon Boyd and a lot of these leaders have an unshakable mindset. Unshakable mindset. We got 10 minutes, guys. Ain't it great? So that's good. So I wanted to help you get an unshakable mindset and understand the taxes, understand the value, the team, the people, the love that we have with the greatest culture in this company and Brandon's team anyway. And I wanted you to have the unshakable mindset because I want you to realize, guys, it's not about you and how you can trade. It's about how you can make a difference to other people. It's about giving others a chance. You know, Zig Ziglar said you can get anything you want out of your own life as long as you help enough other people get what they want. And my friends, I wish I could share story after story after story after story of people that I've helped change their life because of this industry. I didn't do it. I just introduced them to something that changed their life. Patty has said it. Mark said it. There's a lot of you guys that are very appreciative to be on this team. I know that, and I know I am. But I want you guys to know one of the greatest joys of your entire life will be helping others. The problem is, as soon as you think about talking to other people, you start thinking about yourself. Quit thinking about yourself. Think about what you can do, the joy you can bring them, how excited they're going to be a part of this company, to see Mark and to see Jackson and to see all these stories of what it's doing for people blows my mind. I hope you guys saw Patty's video. Patty's video on our team page is unbelievable, and I'm going to expect you guys to do that too. And I'm just going to tell you something, guys, straight up. It is time to step up your game. It is time to quit being afraid. It is time to knock that crap off. There's no reason to be afraid. The government will give you money to work with the team and change your life. How can you beat that? You can't. So I'm going to give you a couple quick tips. We're going to end this call. Don't forget I love you. So this is the business, guys, if you treat it like one. Or I'm going to ask you a question. Is your excuse bigger than your why? I'm busy. I have to put in a door. I'm busy. I'm tired. I hear this nonsense all the time. What's bigger, your why or your excuse? I don't know the answer. Only you do. So I'm going to give you a little tip real quick. What I would highly recommend is there's a lot of ways to do so. I'm going to share some real exciting stuff with you here in a second. But number one, I would get out a notepad or a paper. I wouldn't do this in your mind because you'll forget. There's no way you can do this. I've tried it before. It don't work. You got to write down a list of people that you would like to help. Not that you convince, not that you can sell, not that you can beg, that you can help. And you can only offer to help them. If they say no, no problem. Just tell them to hide and watch because you're going to take this to the top. Just say you're going to watch my smoke because I'm telling you right now. I told some people and they said, oh, I'll wait and see if you can do it. I said, really? You're going to wait and see if I can do it? I highly doubt you can do what I can do in the first place. And you know I'm going to do it because they know me. They said, well, I think so. So anyway, write down a list of it makes me laugh when people are like that. Write down a list of people that you would like to help. Now, I got millions of things to say to people. One of the most famous ones and one of the most effective ones is just say that you have a person that you want to talk to. All you have to do is pick them up on the phone or send them a text and say, hey, Bob, how you doing? What's happening, dude? How are you? And say, I got to create a question for you. Bob, do you at all keep your options open? Bob, do you at all keep your options open in terms of making any extra money? If he says yes, say, great, what is it? I'm brand new, make him watch this video. You can send him the 72-hour fast start. And if you put him on Brandon Boyd's Telegram channel, if you tell him to join Telegram, get on Brandon Boyd's Telegram channel, it will blow their mind. I think, 100 or 50 to 100 people join that a day. All the training. You know what? Dr. Josh teaches people how to do this for free on Telegram. Get them on this channel. Send them to that. You guys can send them Dr. Josh's videos, 1 or 2 of them. Don't send them all, please, but send a couple if you want. That's one way to do this. Number 2 is get on Facebook and start making some noise. Start posting your pictures. And when somebody else says something, say, good job, and that's awesome, man. You guys, and Instagram, the problem with us is we're an older team, so we don't get Instagram like the young people do, but we need to step that up too, which we actually have some cool stuff on Instagram coming out this week. I'll tell you about that. And there's one other thing I want to show you guys. You can add people to our team page. Team World Partners team page where all the videos, all the training's there. So that's about it. I don't have much more time. But I'm going to tell you one secret. In my life, there's an old saying. It goes like this: early to bed, early to rise, work real hard, and advertise. And in my past companies, I've advertised in newspapers and magazines and card decks, and I am getting ready to launch a massive advertising co-op with Mr. Brandon Boyd's advertising professional. Dr. Joshua Lee is almost finished producing a video that's going to go through some of the training and why they need to join this company with us and why they need to get involved in the training. So if you guys want to understand about the advertising co-op, text me. The bottom line is, guys, let's crack this out of the park. Please stay involved in the chat at least 3 times a day so you don't miss out. I see you guys missing out on so much amazing stuff. So with that said, I want to say thank you. I love you guys. God bless you. I hope some of this information made a difference to you tonight. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your efforts. You guys are my family, and thank you for joining me tonight. So say goodnight, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.